Three, two, one. Welcome back to MEMEWHILE. This is episode 13, and this is also week 8 of quarantine. So hopefully nobody's sick of seeing at least our three faces. Maybe we'll have some guest stars on again pretty soon. But this week, we're going to get started with what's essentially dominating the headlines lately, and that is murder hornets. And what are they? Well, this is kind of scary. They're just sort of like giant hornets, but the bees in Japan seem to have figured out how to deal with them.
Yeah, did they have to call them murder hornets? Like, I mean,
pretty unfair.
They're great.
Yeah.
After I saw this video, I went into I looked up killer hornets documentaries, and I found one on YouTube, so I watched it, and it's amazing.
But in the checklist of 2020, it just seems to fit right in with wildfires, global pandemic, UFOs. So, we just seem to be right on track right now.
I missed that on my bracket buster.
I think, again, the Black Mirror meme makes total sense. Seems to be the meme of the year.
Yeah.
Well, the bees are definitely preparing. Just the way that we all prepared for coronavirus is, when the hornets come, they're going to be ready.
Gotta get that bee-sized toilet paper.
This is dark. I thought it was hilarious. If you've seen My Girl, it's a pretty dark meme, but also...
Macaulay, no!
So, May the 4th, for those of you who are unaware or don't care, is sort of the unofficial fan holiday of Star Wars. And the first thing that Disney did on May the 4th was they basically took ownership of the hashtag.
Despicable.
It's
like the Emperor tweeting.
But it didn't stop everybody from doing stuff. Jackson, this is your absolute worst May the 4th piece of content you saw.
That is why?
And let's just there's not a lot of thinking. It's just let's just jump on this trend. And a perfect example of that is the New York Giants. I mean, come on, guys. You're not even trying that.
They're not a team that should be talking about how strong they are.
But do you know what else doesn't make sense? This U.S. Navy didn't even complete the sentence. It just says, May the 4th be with.
I didn't even notice that.
It's bad Photoshop. The Navy shouldn't be tweeting this.
Well, speaking of bad Photoshop, I mean, come on. This is the New York Transit Museum.
Why is there a New York Transit Museum, for one? And then in a week where it comes to news that the New York subway hasn't been shut down for 115 years for a deep cleaning, I think they gotta ease up on the social posting right now and clean the subways and the buses.
I agree.
For making a social post about Star Wars.
With bad Photoshop. Whoever's doing this should not have Photoshop installed on their computer. They should be strictly wiping down subway cars.
But you know who's actually not doing bad? General Mills launching this. I'm not sure if it's a fake or a real cereal, but it definitely got a lot of attention. It's sort of like the child cereal.
It's like cannibal cereal. He's not eating bone broth. He's eating... The green parts are his head. He's eating himself.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah, he's a child.
He's a stupid child. Right.
You know who else is doing it well? Is casting agencies who have just cast Nick Cage to play Joe Exotic. There's a lot of people that are definitely for this casting. Of all people, Sharon Stone is a big fan. I think it actually works from a visual standpoint. When we're talking good Photoshop,
it works so well. It's crazy.
The problem is not everybody is on board. One person in particular, Diplo.
He's never been this upset in his entire life, but the casting of Joe Exotic, Diplo, cancel yourself.
Well, you know who else could possibly be in this though, which would be crazy, which makes sense. It's actually Danny McBride, who was also basically auditioning for this with Eastbound and Down.
I feel like Danny Bragg could play the other guy too.
Doc Antle, yeah.
Yeah.
He would be a really, really good counterpart to
Nicolas
Cage.
Well,
and if Sharon Stone wants, she could be Carol Baskin.
Oh my God, is that what her tweet was about?
But the longer Nicolas Cage is associated with this franchise, the closer this becomes a reality.
So perfect.
All right, let's move on to some shoutouts. First up, the Boss Bitch Fight Challenge. A few weeks ago, we talked a little bit about the stunt guys doing sort of like this TikTok back and forth, and a bunch of women did it too, and it works out really, really well. They should get together and just do a longer cut.
Love it.
Next up, Stephanie Meyer announced the other day that she is doing a follow-up series of books on the Twilight series, and everybody is memeing Robert this guy spelled his name wrong.
Oh, boo-hoo, Robert Pattinson. I can roll $100 bills and smoke them and cry into my piles of money.
This is possibly the most talented person I've seen in quarantine. This is incredible. I love the celebration at the end.
To get that, I probably took like 24 hours.
He worked his way backwards too,
Yeah.
to try and hit those notes in that timing. Applaud the effort on this one.
Oh, it's so good.
Professor Jackson, walk us through this week's French history meme.
I just do like this category of elitist memes and ones that are like so stupid that
Hey.
And I think that we're going to keep on sharing these highfalutin history memes with you, because that's just the kind of fan service we're doing at MEMEWHILE.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Tune in next week and you'll learn something new. Might be about French history. Maybe it'll be a guest star. Not going to promise anything. Ooh. Anyway, until next week. Bye.